Good morning, class. Let's start the next topic, that permanent tissue. Actually, permanent tissues of two types, xylem and phloem. Let's start one by one. What is xylem? Xylem is actually a kind of permanent tissue which help in transporting water and dissolved minerals absorbed by the root hairs. And this water and dissolved minerals are collectively called SAP, SAP. And in xylem, water and dissolved minerals move in single direction, means unidirectional movements takes place from root to the other parts of the plant. And what is the main function? The main function of the xylem is to provide mechanical strength to the plant. Right, class? Now you can see that in the diagram, basically xylem having four components. First, xylem tracheids, xylem fibers, xylem parenchyma, right, and xylem vessels. These are the structure, or you can say components of the xylem tissue. So xylem vessel, it is the main conducting cell. This spindle shape you can see, it is the main conducting cell. Second is xylem tracheids. It is also conducting water, but actually it is not well adapted, means कि they only help the vessels to transporting or conduction of the water, right? And these tracheids are actually elongated tube like cells with oblique ends, right? These are the dead cells, fine. And their cell walls are very thick and lignified. Their cell walls are very thick and lignified. Lignified means they are covered with the lignin. Fine. Lignin is a cement type of material which make the cell wall hard and strong, right? And the unthickened part of the tracheids provide a space for the movement of water from one tracheid to the another tracheid, right, class? Then vessels, I told you, these are also a dead cells but main conducting cells, right? And they have actually the taper end. Taper means the end which are joined with each other. These are vessels, right? And it may be possible their end walls may be perforated. What do you mean by perforated? Means the whole wall having pores in them, okay? And these perforated wall are actually known as the pits, 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 holes, right? And one more important thing, that vessels are mostly found in angiosperms, right? And tracheids and vessels collectively called the trachea elements. Fine, class? Next one is xylem fiber. These are also dead cells. So xylem vessel, xylem tracheid, xylem fiber, these all three are the dead cells, right? So xylem is also known as dead tissue, right? And wood type, wood is another name, okay? So what to do then? Xylem fibers, these are also lignified cells, and what the main function? They provide the mechanical support to the plant, right? Last but not the least, xylem parenchyma, it's only living component of the xylem. They help in the lateral conduction of organic solutes which are dissolved in water, right? And help in storing food, and help in storing food reserves. Fine, class? So these are the different component of the xylem, right? Now let's move to the next, that is the phloem. Next permanent tissue, that is the phloem. Phloem is the main food conducting tissue present in vascular plant. You can see in the diagram, it is the main food conducting tissue, right? And it helps in the translocation of food or organic solute, you can say, which are prepared by the leaves, okay? And what is the another characteristic? That transportation could be in both direction, means in this food can transfer from root to the other branches or other parts, or from leaves to the other part of the plant, right? So bidirectional or multidirectional you can say simply, or better to say bidirectional. You can see the structure of the phloem. Let's start one by one. Components of the phloem, right? What are the component of the phloem? There are basically four type of components: sieve tubes, companion cells, phloem parenchyma, and phloem fibers, right? So here you can see in the diagram, sieve tubes means holes are present in them. These are sieve tubes, right? So what is the main function of the sieve tubes, right? If you see in a elaborated method, this is the structure transverse section of that sieve cells, right? The phloem cell, in which you can easily see the sieve tubes. Actually these are the perforated cells, right? These are the perforated cell. In diagram you can see it is mentioned sieve tube cells, right? So sieve tube cells, they are having cross walls separating the cells, right? And these are perforated, means pores are present, minute pores, so many pores. Like sieve, you all have seen strainer in the kitchen, you all have seen there are so many pores like this. So many pores are present on their wall, right? And transport occurs through cytoplasm by diffusion and active transport, right? And they are placed one by one, so continuous movement present, right? Next is companion cells. You can see the companion cells or actual structure of the phloem, that how sieve plates are present, you can see. Okay, then companion cells, they are just near to the sieve tubes, right? So companion cell, these are the living cells, okay, and they are occur in companion with the sieve tube, that's why their name is companion cells. Both sieve tube elements and companion cells arise from the same initial cell and form a single functional unit, means collectively they work together, right? So large nucleus, you can see in the companion cell, large nucleus is present, dense cytoplasm is present, so many mitochondria are present, right? And there is a gap that is known as plasmodesmata, which is present for the flow of minerals, right class? The next one is phloem parenchyma and phloem fibers. These phloem parenchyma, it is also a living cell, right? And these are present in the phloem and parenchymatous cell. Main function is to store food. Fine class. Last but not the least, phloem fibers. These are only dead sclerenchymatous cells. Okay class, only dead cells. Or in xylem, all are dead except xylem parenchyma, but in phloem, all are living except phloem fibers. What is the main function? They provide mechanical strength to the tissue, right? So this is all about the complex tissues. Let's give a glance to a difference between xylem and phloem. With the help of diagram you can easily differentiate. See that in xylem water and mineral transportation takes place, and it is unidirectional, single side row you can see. But in phloem you can see the bidirectional movement, okay, water and food, right? So this is the first difference, that water and minerals, and through phloem water and food. Second, they have unidirectional movement, they have bidirectional movement. In xylem, no end walls between the cell. It is a continuous path in the xylem. But in phloem, you can see cells have end walls with perforation. These are actually sieve tubes, right? Last, thick walls stuffed with lignin, means very strong. And in phloem you can say two-way flow we have already done, but they don't have such a thick wall as in the xylem tissue, right? So this can be the major difference between xylem and phloem. Hope class you have understood properly that what is the complex permanent tissue and all. And thank you for watching. I'll come with the next video very soon. Till then, you watch the video carefully.